Mape, tara na't magtulungan sa Project Rise ng Magdalenyo. Bangon, 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 matulong. Bangon, 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 matulong. Makinig, makinig, makinig mabuti. Ihanda mo na ngayon ang iyong sarili. Tayo ay umawit at gumuhit. Igalaw ang katawan ng kalusugay makamit. Ihanda ang musika, iata mo sa kamera. Isayaw, isunod sa bagong plataforma. Mapenarito, sama-sama tayo. Itaas ang kalidad ng Batang Mandalenyo. Bangon, 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 matulong. Bangon, 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 matulong.
Happy Learning Day, dear students! It's me, Teacher Liz, your math-amazing companion to your art ventures today. Prepare your pen, paper, and self-learning modules and we will start the exciting journey right away.
Our objective is to create an artwork guided by the techniques and styles of Western classical art traditions.
Before we proceed, let's identify the chronological list of periods of Western art history. In this activity, you will put these historical periods and events on this timeline in correct order. So, let's start!
For the first item, can you guess the answer? Correct! First is the prehistoric period.
Let's go see the prehistoric arts.
Prehistoric paintings. One of the famous cave paintings can be found at the Cave of Lascaux, also called Lascaux Grotto. The cave has been divided into 7 sectors: the Hall of Bulls, the Axial Gallery, the Passageway, the Nave, the Chamber of Felines, the Apse, and the Shaft. Prehistoric sculptures. Venus of Willendorf, carved from an Neolithic limestone, and tinted red ochre, one of the famous early human sculpture. Venus of Brassempouy is made from mammoth ivory. She is one of the earliest known realistic representations of a female human from prehistoric art. Prehistoric architecture. Dolmens, menhirs, and cromlechs are megalithic structures built during the prehistoric period. One of the most architecturally sophisticated prehistoric stone circles is Stonehenge. Which period comes in second? Is it the Egyptian period, Greek, Roman, Byzantine, Romanesque, or Gothic? You got it right! For the second item, the correct answer is Egyptian period.
Now, we're traveling to Egypt more than 2,000 years ago, the age of great pharaohs.
Paintings from ancient Egypt. Painting in ancient Egypt was used to adorn tombs, temples, public buildings, and ceramic. An example of this is a wall painting from Tutankhamun's tomb. Egyptian sculptures. Among other major archaeological finds in Egypt is the portrait of bust of Queen Nefertiti, created by the court sculptor Thutmose. It became a universal symbol of feminine beauty and power. Egyptian architectures. One of the most substantial ancient structures of the world is the Pyramid of Giza, found in Greater Cairo, Egypt. The mastaba, or original pyramid, is a huge rectangular structure made of mud bricks or stone. What about the third and fourth items? Great! For item number 3, the answer is Greek period, while the fourth is the Roman period. Classical art is associated with the ancient Greeks and Romans.
Now, let us travel 900 years back to classical antiquity, ancient Greece and Rome.
Greek paintings. The two most popular techniques of Greek painting are fresco and encaustic. Kerch vases is a style of vase painting named after the ancient Greek city in Kerch, Crimea. Greek sculptures. One of the well-known works of Hellenistic Greek art is the Discobolus. Greek architectures. The Greeks constructed the majority of their temples and government buildings in three styles: Doric, Ionic, and Corinthian. The Parthenon is a prominent Doric-style temple dedicated to the goddess Athena. Roman paintings. Among the best preserved of all forms of Roman art are mosaics. The materials that were used in Roman mosaic are small pieces of colored glass, stones, or other materials. Roman sculptures. Roman relief sculptures can be seen on sarcophagi and grave altars. One classical example of sarcophagi or stone coffin is the Porta-Nacio sarcophagus. Roman architectures. Many great works of Roman architecture were constructed as means of showing their power, status, and reputations. The Colosseum is one of the greatest achievements of Roman architecture. It is the ancient world's biggest amphitheater. Last, can you identify the period of arts in items 5, 6, and 7? That is correct! Byzantine, Romanesque, and Gothic period of arts was used throughout the medieval or Middle Ages.
Let's travel to the medieval movement, the era that comprises many artistic styles and periods, including Byzantine, Romanesque, and Gothic.
Byzantine paintings. Byzantine mosaics are wall decorations that are made of glass called tesserae. One of the most important surviving examples of Byzantine architecture and mosaic work is the Empress Eudora mosaic. Byzantine sculpture. An early example of Byzantine sculpture was the Barberini ivory, which is still displayed at Louvre in Paris. Byzantine architecture. The Hagia Sophia is a place of worship in Constantinople. The dome is the most prominent feature of Hagia Sophia. Romanesque paintings. One of the finest Romanesque painting is Christ in Majesty, or Christ in Glory. It displays Christ seated on the Ark of Heaven and within a mandorla. Romanesque sculptures. The majority of Romanesque sculpture is pictorial and biblical in nature. At the Cathedral of Saint Lazare in Autun, Burgundy, France, you can see the main doorway of the cathedral. The Last Judgment is displayed in the tympanum. Romanesque architectures. The groin-vaulted crypt of Worcester Cathedral is an architectural style of Romanesque which has semicircular arches. Gothic paintings. Colored stained glass is used to symbolize humanity reaching towards God. An example is this rose window, a Gothic revival style stained glass window made from more than 10,000 pieces of stained glass. Gothic sculptures. The resurrection of the Virgin in Cathedral Amiens shows projected figures of the sculpture. Gothic architectures. Cathedral of Chartres, also known as Notre Dame Cathedral, is one of the finest examples of French Gothic architecture.
Well done! I'm happy to know that you were able to identify the chronological list of periods of Western art history. Let's have our final activity.
Criteria for grading. Stained glass window project. Overall craftsmanship 35%. Creativity 35%. Use of materials 30%. A total of 100%. Criteria for grading: clay and soap sculpture project. Overall craftsmanship 35%. Relevance to the concept or topic 35%. Use of materials 30%. Total of 100%. Additional written activity. Directions. Try to relate the stained glass arts of Gothic era to Philippine Christmas lanterns and reflect how they have in common or how they can be associated with each other. Write your answer in a piece of paper. Do not forget to submit your works to your MAPE teacher.
The study of Western classical arts uncovers the realities of how people lived during their time of civilization. We can also understand their culture by interpreting their values and ideas through arts. We were also able to observe how art changed over centuries. If you have queries or clarifications about today's lesson, feel free to send them to your arts teacher to Facebook Messenger. Once again, this is Miss Mona Lisa Moran, your Map Amazing teacher in Arts 9. I hope that this lesson inspired you to be more creative. Goodbye everyone! See you next time!
Makinig, makinig, makinig mabuti. Ihanda mo na ngayon ang iyong sarili. Tayo ay umawit at gumuhit. Igalaw ang katawan ng kalusugay makamit. Ihanda ang musika, iarte mo sa kamera. Isayaw, isunod sa bagong plataforma. Mape narito, sama-sama tayo.